absolute beauty. The pot in itself was good enough, but look at position. Okay, being really pernickety. Cue ball's a little close to the side cushion, but that was a gem.
Yeah, it's a shot that looks great, but for someone like Judd, it's such a simple shot. The brown being off its spot there helps massively because it just was a natural angle to go the two cushions, past the yellow, back down the table. It was all about pace, that shot, and he played it to perfection.
So what are you saying, Stephen?
57.
The brown being erroneously off its spot could have made a difference.
Yeah, because it just gives you a smaller target to get through. That way, Judd would have just fancied that shot. Almost impossible for him to go wrong. But it has gone wrong there.
Judd Trump, 57.
Yeah, bad enough missing the red, but also leaving it on.
It was a surprising miss that from Trump. He was starting to go well there, but come out of nowhere, so this frame is still very much live.
Over on table 2, by the way, one red left in the first frame between Karen Wilson and Zhao Guodong. Wilson needs a snooker.
One.
Now, Stephen, this will test his positional skills.
Well, the two reds must be close to a plant to this left corner pocket. And if they are, that's a shocker of a miss from Si Jiahui, because he could have left his cue ball anywhere. He didn't try and have to hold as much as he did. And they were a dead set plant.
One.
Yeah, I could see he was putting lots and lots of side on the ball. That's why I said it's going to test his positional skills, never realising that the plant was there. Made that black unnecessarily complex. And now, although Trump undercooks the white, the penultimate red is frame ball.
8. Nine. Eleven.
I think it's the appropriate time to mention the fact that in the winners group, it's £200 per frame won, not £100, as is the case in regulation groups.
19. $21. Judd Trump, 21, and the frame.
The missed green did not matter in the slightest. Judd Trump, helped by a break of 57, draws first blood.
Fuck off.
Welcome back to the Mattioli Arena, where the winners group in the Bet Victor Championship League has begun with contrasting fortunes for the two players who lead the world rankings. Runaway world number one, Judd Trump, has taken a 1-0 lead over Si Jiahui.
Judd Trump.
On table two, Kyron Wilson trails Zhao Guodong by a frame to 0. As I said before, there is other snooker going on right now up in Barnsley in Yorkshire. Up the M1 from here. First qualifying round of the Bet Victor Welsh Open. And as the day progresses, we will keep you updated with the scores there. Right now, Ishpreet Singh Chadha of India leads Bipad Siripaporn of Thailand 3-0. Andrew Higginson's made a good start against Daniel Womersley, 3-0 up. And it's also 3-0 for Mitchell Mann over Dean Young. Liam Graham, who came so close to winning the shootout right here at the Mattioli Arena in December, he's taken a 2-0 lead over Julian Boyko. Alan Taylor and Haris Tahir, 1-1. Same score for Manasawan Fatmalaikal and Ross Muir.
Well, he'll be bitterly disappointed, Si Jiahui, because that previous frame, the black that he missed, was very, very poor. I suppose we can forgive him somewhat with it being the first frame of the day, but you don't get many chances against someone like Judd Trump. When they do come along, you have to take them. Of course, these still very short matches, short sprints. You don't want to miss too many balls like that. Caught the safety much too thin. Has he left anything to this left corner? The raise of the hand suggests not. But what it does do is provide a good opportunity for Judd to put Si Jiahui in a lot of trouble. And on table, I expect Trump's cue ball to be much closer to this baulk cushion. Big targets as well up there to try and get in behind. Good line.
Of course, Trump leads the world rankings. Si Jiahui in 12th. Third highest ranked Chinese player, actually. Only Ding Junhui in 9 and Zhang Anda in 10 are better.
That's an error, and this time from Trump. That situation, usually you would like to play the figure of S safety shot, swing the cue ball around, try and cut off the right side of the pack, because there's a lot of congestion and traffic down the left side, but because of that red over this left corner pocket, that wasn't an option for Trump. Having to play the thin edge, which comes with risks, the biggest being the bump of the middle pocket, which he found.
1.
Well, it was a calculated gamble. He knew that his cue ball was going into the reds and colours. Took a chance to try and get them into play, and it's worked out an absolute treat. He's got the black in open play. He's landed right behind it to the middle pocket. The black now will pot into both corner pockets, I believe, once respotted. This is a brilliant chance for Sijawi all of a sudden.
Yeah, when he powered that red in left-handed, and we saw the finishing position of the cue ball, I was about to say he's been unlucky. But where the black finished up, it was entirely the opposite. What a chance.
Yes, and immediately he'll be looking at this table, just doing some quick maths in his
16.
head, thinking there's 50, 60 points here with very little work to be done. So it's all about cue ball control now. Just this is very much a frame in which Sijawi may just settle into this match and the group. Got to take this chance, he has to take it. But he couldn't have wished for a better one.
$24. 25.
He'd like to keep himself on the black for as long as possible, purely because that just limits how far the cue ball is going to travel. And all the while, these reds and blacks, we're all getting a bit excited, but it's not a great chance for a maximum. The 4 reds beneath the black are trouble. As I say, make sure of the frame first, make this chance count.
32. 33.
Groups 5, 6 and 7 were all played over 6 consecutive days the week before last. And we had countless 1-4-7 chances, proper chances. In the end, one was finally converted by Dave Gilbert. We've had 2 in this year's Championship League because much earlier, Jack Jones put together break building perfection.
40.
No, he might have a job on trying to stay on this black now. He's on this red to left corner, but he's very close to it, and it's a bit thinner than he would have liked. Well, he was up instantly.
40.
Didn't land nice there. Had to play a little controlled cannon to the black. Though the lead 40 points, but one that will disappear very quickly, you feel.
Yeah, 2 balls that have been undercut now. One that gave Trump the chance to tidy up in the first frame. One that gives him the opportunity here to double his advantage.
I must say, from the first frame and a half here, the table looks to be running like glass. Looks so quick. The cushions don't look to be that soft at all, considering it's a new cloth as well. Looks to be playing exactly how the players would want it to.
8.
Notoriously, when the conditions are brand spanking new, the pockets play on the generous side, which all adds to the excitement as well.
By the way, it's hold the back page on table 2. Karen Wilson has just missed a short range red with the rest. Steward's inquiry. Yeah, proving your point there.
20.
Trump played that shot very delicately.
He also played the previous red very intelligently, the red to middle. Going up, leaving the cue ball on the baulk cushion, just in case. He's tidying up the table as well in the process. Feel like it's going to be all about these three reds on this top cushion now.
28.
3 in open play should be no issues for Trump.
And the thing you can't help but respect about Judd Trump, he's always been a special talent. He's always been a wonderful entertainer. Simply brilliant shot maker. But now, and you'll appreciate what I'm saying here, Stephen, he's a really good pro, isn't he? Just gives every frame, every match, 100% effort.
Yeah, he's admirable, isn't he? He's superb. He is the all-round package. He's got the flair when you want to see it, but he can also dig his heels in. And he's become, really, the ultimate winner. You know, his all-round game is so strong. Every department he's very strong in. And it's something that he's had to work very hard on, and something he'll openly admit to you. You know, he's always been a great potter, always been a great scorer, but could he compete in a tactical department with the game's greats? The answer to that question was no, but he certainly can now.
Trump, 42.
Not in top gear yet. Hasn't really settled down, but he's right back in the frame. Now that's a part of Si Jiahui's game that could do with some improvement. That red should have been nowhere near the pocket. Now the 3 remaining reds might look troublesome. I was about to say the only way you can miss them across these cushions is by playing them at pace, and in forcing out for the black, that's what Trump has done.
Well, that was a lovely strike from Si Jiahui. He's a very, very good ball striker. He really does like to crunch them in. Now, the cue ball has held up this side of the baulk line, which helps massively. He can pop this brown, get down for the reds, but got to be very precise with where he leaves his cue ball. Not sure if he can attempt to bring anything into play, so I presume he'll just be screwing down, trying to lay on one to pop down the cushion. He's gone way too far. And again, he'll be disappointed with that. That was a poor attempt.
Jiahui, 5.
And the safety wasn't exactly telling either, was it? caught that red just slightly thicker than he wanted to. Another mistake to report from Karen Wilson over on table 2, a missed pink to middle.
I'm particularly interested to see how Kyron performs over today and tomorrow. No doubt he'll be suffering from a hangover from the German Masters. That atmosphere looked absolutely incredible. This is a good shot from Trump if the cue ball pulls up, which it hasn't. Yeah, can Kyron get himself back up to try and win a tournament again? Going to take a real effort from him. That was a big mistake from Judd because he brought both reds into play there, left the red over the corner pocket. He was very close to getting that cue ball in behind the yellow. Been far from vintage so far. But once again, another chance as the black just wriggles in off the near knuckle. Another day, another table. That may have stayed out. Very shaky start from Sijawi. Can he just steady himself now to make this clearance?
You would assume this shot will be the biggest. Doesn't want to be straight, but even then, the problem can be solved. He needs yellow, green, and brown. It's going to be simultaneous Chinese frame wins here at the Mattioli Arena. Sijawi getting back onto level terms with Judd Trump. Zhao Guodong just about to take a 2-0 lead over Kyron Wilson.
35. 42 in the front.
If the cue ball stops another inch earlier, well, then that frame might have been different. But on the penultimate red, the cue ball poked its nose out, and Sijawi had the chance, which he took with both hands. during the opening frame, I said the only thing we can guarantee with this group is quality. I stand by that, but so far, I think both players are having their issues. It is 1-1, Judd Trump and Si Jiahui. Over on table 2, Zhao Guodong, 2-0 up on Kyron Wilson. Next up, by the way, on table 2, Matthew Selt enters the fray against Hossein Vafai, and here on table 1, Trump remains out there against Mark Selby. Lovely pot. Just a pity he didn't clip the black and free that.
Yeah, a shot that someone like Trump is just so good at. You expect him to knock that in 10 out of 10. But the cue ball has just travelled on, and again it shows how quick this table is playing. He would have struck that intentionally trying to pull the cue ball up this side of the baulk line. Not to be. Oh, that looked a bit pacey, but he's got away with it.
Best of 7 frames, of course, in those Welsh Open qualifiers, and Ishpreet Singh Chadha and Andrew Higginson are winners already this morning. Ishpreet defeated by Pat Siripaporn 4-0. Andrew Higginson whitewashed Daniel Womersley by the same score. I must say, Stephen, I enjoyed going back to the old best of 9 frames last week at the German Masters. When I first started covering snooker in the late 80s, best of 9 frames was the stock distance. You don't see it too often now, and I think it really does appeal.
Yeah, I like best of 9s. I think they're the perfect length match, in all honesty. They're long enough to make it feel like a proper game, but they're also short enough for it to not drag on. You get that little interval as well, which can often turn matches. It feels like a game of 2 halves at times. As Trump knocks in another great long red. I think most professional players, when they're practicing, will actually practice and have sets of best of 9s against one another. I know I do. I feel like a 9 is a good length of time to be playing before having a little break for dinner or something.
Six.
Well, he's not ideal on the pink. It's a fiddly little shot, this. With the cue ball so close to the pink and potting into a semi-blind pocket, so easy to misjudge.
Yeah, played to hold the spot as well, which I think he's done. Well, he hasn't, so
30.
might be okay. He can still get through to the middle of the white here, and that pink will pop to this right corner, and now the left as well. So this is now a good chance. He's happy to leave the black where it is, out of commission, just work off these reds in open play. Trump will know that he hasn't quite hit the ground running so far this morning. Of course, there's a lot of snooker to be played over the next couple of days, but he will also have noticed that Si Jiahui is by far from at the races just yet. And I think of the two, Judd will probably back himself to find that extra gear when he needs it more. And he'll be looking to try and do that here. As once again, Another red goes astray.
He can't plant anything onto it though. See?
I just wonder if he'll try and play off the left side as we look of the two reds closest together by the black spot and try and pot the red with the white. He's got to move that red somehow, and I think if he tops off that left red of the two, he'll go close to it. Yeah, good shot. And he's got the cue ball out, and he's got a shot at the blue to the yellow pocket. He's not ideal, but at least he's got something.
Yeah, the old carom shot that was employed by Dave Gilbert, wasn't it, in the semi-finals of Group 7? The starter Raymond match-winning break.
Six.
Yeah, carom is laid on a table with no pockets. But in 9-ball pool, when you do that, you play off one ball and knock in another. That's what they call it, the old carom shot. They also call it the kiss shot.
7. $30. $40.
On table 2, Xiao Kadonga's just spotted a really good pressure red to open up the possibility of a frame-winning visit and 3-0 over Karen Wilson very early in the third frame. Must say that, but what an opportunity he's given himself.
That was a nice positional shot from Sijawi.
20.
Topping the cue ball twice across. Get on this red to left corner. Now the red at the back of the little cluster of 4, it may be available to the right corner pocket.
21.
He certainly won't be playing on it from there. If he's low on that red at the back of that 4, it may provide a chance to bring them all into play at some point, but as I say, he'll do very well to get on that from this shot. Again, another very, very poor positional shot from Sijawi. Oh, but that is brilliant. He's lost the cue ball, but what a pot. Well, he's lost it to the corner of the table and he's on nothing.
26.
Well, my sense of fair play makes me glad he didn't go in off there. That would have been a very unfortunate occurrence.
26.
Of course, it would have led to a effective 10-point swing.
that was what Sijawi was concerned with. That red on the top cushion was causing him problems to try and get back to baulk. It's amazing. If that red's not there, you probably go nowhere near it, but it just looks like such a big ball from the baulk area. And worse yet, he opened more reds as well.
One.
Two reds either side of the black are the problem balls here for Trump. Pot this red, play up this pink, pot this red in baulk, get his way back down this business end. But he'll need to figure out how to bring those two reds into play at some stage. Or at least one of them.
8. 8.
And again, how was the cue ball? Ran on from there. It looked like it was going to pull up for the blue.
$40. $50.
Trump knows the importance of getting an early win. He knows all about the Championship League. Real veteran of this tournament. Won it in 2009. And then again in 2014 and 2016. He knows if he can win this match and the next against Mark Selby, he would be very much on the way to the semi-finals.
21.
1 foot in the door.
$22.
Well, he might have just caught the wrong red there, Trump. He played a very delicate one from the pink to land on that red. He was convinced he was on it. Didn't look from the camera angle that we had that he could pot it clean.
Pink ball.
He didn't do in the end. So end of break, trying to lay up a good safety shot in which he has played one.
Okay.
Push the pink to the side cushion as well for a little bit of insurance should it come to it. Trump with the lead in this frame.
As I suspected, Xiao Guodong, after that really good opening red, has placed himself on the cusp of a 3-0 win over Kyron Wilson. Now that's a great result for him. One thing you don't want to do is lose your first match 3-0 because, of course, getting into those playoffs might come down to frames difference. So the worst possible start to the group, it would appear, for the world champion. No doubt it is going to be 3-0 to Xiao Guodong, who this season is playing the snooker of his career.
Yeah, and a real chance for the first ton of this winners group from Zhao, as Si Jiahui again plays a poor safety to push the red over the corner pocket, immediately presenting a chance for Trump to get back in. The safe reds are now in open play. Had a nice angle on that yellow to drop it in, and it just about wriggles in. Oh, Judd will be glad that this is a brand new cloth, because that certainly slipped in off that jaw. Again, he's out of position. It's been really hard graft these first few frames. It's not over yet. 21 points the lead. 35, sorry, on the table. Can't see Trump attempting anything daft here. Yellow to the side cushion, cue ball in behind.
Trump 4.
Green and brown. Just trying to turn the screw.
Okay.
It is official on table 2. They've shaken hands. Zhao Guodong has beaten Kyron Wilson 3-0. This is what I was saying earlier, Stephen, about Trump being a good pro. He's already won a record amount of prize money this season, and yet he's never satisfied, and that's a great thing. Playing very hard ball here. He's got yellow on side cushion, pink on the other side cushion as insurance policies, and doing the right things.
Yeah, that's all about mentality, isn't it? And that's something that he's developed as he's matured as a player and a person. I think if anything, he's come to realise just how talented he is. He's probably always known it in the back of his mind, but you win the few tournaments like he did early on in his career and play some of the snooker that we've seen from Judd Trump over the years, and I think he's realised what a special talent he is, and that maturity has now come to fruition. He wants to try and win as much as he can, while he's in the peak of his powers.
Miss.
Now this is going to be a free ball, so Trump will come to the table, have a little look, see if there's anything else he can do to tie things up.
Working on the perfectly reasonable premise that this snooker is tougher than the original, putting C back in.
Might be worth an attempt, this red. He's quite good at this type of shot, Judd. But that half ball pot doesn't really miss that many of them. And again, that finds its target, so that now surely the end of this frame.
Six. Trump 6.
You can't get any closer without knocking it in. I thought we might see an outrageous fluke snooker there. See, 31 behind, 27 on, so only one snooker needed, actually. Not out of this yet. I think he is now.
2. Trump 2.
It was such a clever shot from Judd. Judging the little flick off the pink to get him behind the green. Knew that the yellow was going to go close for a cross double. Just clever snooker.
I think it's fair to say that C, lazy snooker, like Judd Trump did, at C's age now. I.e., you know there's bags of potential. You know on a good day, he can blitz anyone. But he does need to tighten up to improve the defensive part of his game.